It doesn't matter how bad today went, because your life changes starting tomorrow morning. I'm not going to just give you tips on morning routines and you have to figure it out for yourself. I'm going to hold your hand, we're gonna go step by step by step together, and tomorrow morning, all you need to do is push play and your morning routine will unfold perfectly. Here's the other cool thing about this morning routine. It's not going to be someone else's morning routine that we're going to shove into your life. That won't work. This is going to be customized perfectly to you with AI, and then we're going to implement it with something called interval timers or countdown timers. That's going to show up on your phone and you're going to just scroll through it and it's going to automatically beep when it's time to move on to the next one, and you're going to be able to do the next thing on your list all the way through, and it'll be all automatic. Now, I personally don't just have a morning routine. I have routines all throughout the day that are sometimes customized and individual to that day. Other times it's the same routine that I've been following for years, maybe with small little changes here or there. But I have a morning routine, routines during the day, and then also an evening routine, but we'll set that up in another video. I can't express to you just how important a morning routine is in my life. It's incredibly important, but I can really tell on those days that I don't do it, when I just need to get out early or I'm not feeling well or something like that. When I skip that morning routine, I can really tell in my life. I'm less planned. I might not have done everything, so then I need to go back and do things in a weird order. So that's why a routine of doing things in the exact right same order every single day is so helpful, because you're not going to skip things. It helps with something called decision fatigue. When you're making hundreds of little tiny decisions throughout the day, it really just drains you. And then you end up making actually poor choices, even scientifically. So when you are following a routine that you've done maybe hundreds of times, you don't need to make decisions about it. So then you can just flow through it very easily, and you can save that mental work for deep things in your life, like the actual work that's making a difference in your life. And then you actually make better decisions in those things because you didn't waste it on the small things like, oh, did I grab my clothes or a towel before I hopped in the shower? So things like that. Now let's start with some proof. Some of the most wise people in the world who have made such an amazing difference in this world have had amazing morning routines. Ben Franklin, Steve Jobs, Oprah, Richard Branson, Jeff Bezos, Tim Cook, Beethoven, Jane Austen, and Winston Churchill have all had morning routines. Now, their morning routines are radically different than each other's, so let's get into that. Having a morning routine does not mean that you have to meditate and take an ice bath. Now, Tony Robbins does both of those things, but you don't have to. That's not at all what this is about. The point of a morning routine is about being intentional and consistent, so then you don't have to waste your decisions on little things like we were talking about. Decision fatigue. Now let's talk about customization. You can start your day at whatever time you like, but most high achievers start their morning routine at between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. Winston Churchill was an outlier here. He started his day at 11 a.m. That's really unusual, but it just goes to show you, you can do whatever feels right for you. Now, let me give you some broad examples of what this might be like for you. Maybe exercise. Maybe you're gonna start with some sports, some general workouts, maybe taking a walk. Maybe you wanna start with some mental and emotional health, things like meditating, journaling, gratitude practices, planning and reviewing your past and upcoming day or week. Maybe you want to do what Steve Jobs did. Just ask some introspective, meaningful questions about your daily goals or your long-term desires. Another fantastic option is deep work. That work that's really meaningful to you, like writing or art. Ernest Hemingway did writing in the morning. Other creative people love to do sketching or painting or other creative activities. Some other options are jumping right into a good book, whether it's fiction or nonfiction, actually just reading in the morning, listening to podcasts. Maybe listen to podcasts while you're out taking a walk or exercising. You can also start with some gardening. Maybe you just want to take an early shower in the morning so you're all dressed and ready to go at an early time so you can get a head start on the day and not be hanging out in your pajamas, maybe feeling still a little bit gross for the first couple hours of the day. Another thing is family time. Now, you probably wouldn't do that at 4 a.m., but you might want to set aside a full family breakfast time at maybe 7:30 if everyone's up. So rather than just getting together at the end of the day when everyone's tired, you can actually start your day together by maybe making a nice family breakfast for everyone. So you can start your day together in sync before the family splits apart. Another fantastic option is practicing music. So some people like to start their day by playing some piano or playing guitar or singing, things like that. These are things that often people would normally do after work or after you get home from a long day. But starting your day with music is amazing because you can be really creative, especially if you like to write music. You can start your day by writing some music. Now, this next part of the video, I want you to do along with me. So go to jandk.com/LD-GPT. When you click that link in the description, you're going to be able to follow along with me. That's going to take you to our custom GPT. So then we can both together create your perfect morning routine. All right, so here we are on my iPad. And let's say you followed along with me. And here on the left, we have J&K's Lifestyle Design GPT. And on the right, I have installed an app called Habit Routine. Now, I have never used this one before, but the other app that I usually use, which is Tabata Timer, was just glitching out for me on the iPad. I usually use it on my phone, but when I use it on the iPad with a keyboard, it doesn't work that well. So I just want to show you that you can use this with any app that is an interval timer, a countdown timer, a HIIT timer, that's HIIT, high intensity interval training, or a Tabata timer. Anything that just has a list of different customizable timers, you can use that. But this one so far seems to be great, but I have not used it extensively. But let's go to our Lifestyle Design GPT in ChatGPT. And I created something here that you can just click on that says, help me figure out my ideal morning routine. If for some reason you don't see that here, you can literally just type it into the text box, help me figure out my ideal morning routine. Now, this is going to ask you a series of questions to help figure out what you actually care about for your morning routine. And then we're going to take those good ideas and we're going to shove them into this Habit Routine app, and we're going to customize our morning routine. Let's start by clarifying what you want to achieve with your ideal morning routine. Which of the following is your main goal? Is it increased productivity, mental health and mindfulness, improved physical health, more time for personal hobbies or interests, or a balanced mix of all of the above? Now, your questions are probably going to be completely different from mine because the way that AI works is it's different every single time. And it's going to customize itself to your responses. For me, I want all of the above. It says to create a balanced morning routine that covers productivity, mental health, physical health, and personal interests. Let's break down step by step. I would like to wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning because that's what I do usually. Now, how much time would I ideally like to spend on each of the following each morning? I'm going to say exercise, 10 minutes, meditation or mindfulness. I like to meditate for a pretty short period of time. Let's just say 10 minutes as well. Planning and organizing my day. Let's say 15 because never know what's going to be coming up. 4, personal hobbies or interests. I'm going to say 15. 5, breakfast. Let's say I'm just going to grab a bar, or maybe I'll even fast. So let's just say 5 minutes. All right, so it looks like it's a 55-minute routine, so even less than an hour. I'm going to say that's good for now, but let's get more specific. I'm going to say a HIIT workout, and journaling and practicing gratitude, reviewing my to-do list, practicing piano, and a granola bar. All right, so let's see what it came up with here. It says that for 10 minutes, I do a HIIT workout from when I first wake up. And then I can move into journaling and gratitude for 10 minutes. I can then spend 15 minutes reviewing my to-do list, and then practice piano for 15 minutes, and then have a granola bar for 5 minutes. Now I'm going to take a couple different tweaks here. I'm going to say, let's start with just maybe going to the bathroom and waking up and making some coffee. Then let's move the granola bar to right after that. All right, so now my morning routine is an hour and 5 minutes, and I think that's a pretty good place to stop for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I'm just going to copy that into my Habit Routine app right over here. So I put in some fake tasks when I was testing this out. I just have first, second, and then next. I'm going to delete those. The first task I'm going to add is bathroom and coffee, and that's a total of 10 minutes. After that is a granola bar for 5 minutes. After that is a quick HIIT workout, then journaling and gratitude, then reviewing the to-do list, then practicing piano. Now I hit update, and it says That everything's correct. It's a total of 1 hour and 5 minutes, which is what I see over here as well, starting at 6, ending at 7:05. So that's as easy as it is. I can wake up tomorrow, and first thing when I wake up, push play on this routine, and it will guide me step by step through that. And in an hour and 5 minutes, I'm gonna have all of this done, and that's a fantastic start to my day. Now, the power of this is called the slight edge. There's a book by the same name that is all about how this adds up. If I did this 365 days in a row, I would be spending quite a bit of time on piano and all of these other things as well, which just gets you ready for a great day. Now remember to like, share, and subscribe. In the comments, I would love to hear from you about what is something that you start your day with that you just cannot do without. So maybe there's something special that you have in your morning routine that can really help somebody else. So make sure you write that down in the comments below. All right, see you next time.